Hello everyone, and welcome to another video, and welcome to the video you've all been waiting for, Marxist John, episode 11. I keep saying there won't be any more episodes, and I keep making them anyway. In episode 10, Flora was winding him up. She told him she worked for a solicitor's office, and she gave him lots of opportunities to get his hands on a large amount of cash, but he was too dim to see it. After that episode, my brain started working out even more ridiculous ways of having a go at him, and so a new character was born, Layla. I nearly didn't make this episode because I wasn't convinced it was going to be any good, but let's see what turns out when I've made the video. So, Layla would like to introduce you to Marxist John. Layla, of course, had to start the conversation by contacting Marxist John. "Good morning," she said. "I understand you might be a journalist. Are you acquainted with a lady who claims to be called Lucy Johnson?" And she gave him the name of the lady that he had contacted way back in the first episodes when he was talking to Denise. "I can't tell you where she is or why we arrested her," said Layla, "unless or until you confirm that you know her." "I'm Mark Smith, John," said our man of many names. "I knew her before while I was a friend of her. She lent me some money, and I've paid back. I even borrowed her some money as well, about $1,500, but I told her not to pay back before, and now I wanted my money back from her, so tell her to reimburse me back immediately. This is not my photo you're seeing here. It's one whom she used to investigate me, called Andrew Gunter, the journalist. You know him. He's the one that you finish up talking to on Hangouts." "Who are you?" he asked suspiciously. "You don't know me." "Are you aware," replied Layla, "that this lady is not who she claims to be? I'm unable to give you details of my identity. I work jointly for the UK/US Security Services. Your contact details were found, with many others, on her mobile/cell phone. We're investigating her contacts to try to build a picture of her activities." "Like I said," he replied, "I don't know you. So what are you insinuating?" This is good for a journalist, isn't it? You can't even pronounce it. "Insinuating here?" he asked. "As I think I explained," replied Layla, "the lady is not who she claims to be. Obviously, I have no idea what story she told you. Your contact details were found on her phone after we took her into custody. We're contacting the people whose details she held in an attempt to build up a picture of her activities over the past 2 years. She refuses to divulge her true details, and we're trying to work out who she really is, why she has been living in England, what story or stories she's been telling her contacts, how long she's been living in the UK. We believe we do now know some of her basic details, but we're seeking to confirm them. May I ask how long you knew her, and how she first contacted you?" "I don't know you," he said. "May I see the lady's photo you're talking about here?" "Let me see if we have a current one," replied Layla. "It's entirely your choice if you wish to help us or not. If you don't, then I apologise for wasting your time." "This is one of her social media photos," replied Layla. "At least, we believe it's a photo she used there." "Let me see her photo you got there," he said again. And so Layla posted a photo. "However," she added, "if you prefer not to assist us, that is, of course, your choice." "Yes, it's her photo," he said. "But what does this lady did to you? What is the offence? Why are you guys tracing her?" "Have you read what I told you before?" asked Layla. "Because I see little point in repeating myself. The lady informed us that you are a journalist working for CNN. Clearly your level of comprehension attests to a different story, which confirms our suspicions that she's not who she claims to be, and her stories are just that, stories." "What are you trying to do here?" he said. "I'm not a journalist. I'm using her friend's photo here." And he tried calling her, but for some reason I wasn't able to answer him. I don't remember why. "OK," said Layla. "Can you call me in about 10 minutes, please? I have a colleague here who's on the phone, and I don't want to interrupt him. I'll try and find somewhere quiet so we don't get interrupted." "I've blocked this lady over 3 months now," he said, because obviously we know she blocked him. "I knew her since 2016, he said. I wonder if that's true. "That was when she borrowed me some cash. What about £36,500. So she brought the journalist, with I'm now using his photo, to investigate me, with some beneficial risk investigators. And that caused me lots of stress, with my families involved as well. So I paid her money back to the beneficial risk investigators. Even the UN knows about it as well. As I'm talking with you right here, her money is with the bank. Maybe she's gotten money. I want her to pay the $1,500 I helped her with. Please extend my greetings to her. I'll never unblock her. She knows how to write me in my email. Let her message me there. Thanks so much. Bye. OK, said Layla. I'm now in a private office. Perhaps we can call. And she tried doing audio calls twice, to which our man replied, I don't do video calls. I wasn't video calling you, sir, replied Layla. That's not my photo you're seeing here, he said. We only make audio calls, replied Layla. And so, finally, she got to speak to him. I apologise for the sound quality. This is one of those weird recordings where sometimes my answers overlay what he was saying. Good afternoon, sir. I'm not calling you on a video call, sir. This is an audio call, sir. I cannot see you and you cannot see me. Neither of our cameras are turned on. Anyway, thank you very much for speaking to us. As I informed you, the lady has been taken into custody, and we are fairly sure that she is not who she claims to be, and we are investigating an international ring. I apologise for that, sir. I have no idea what happened there. Can you hear me, sir? Okay, I have no idea what happened there, sir. I apologise. I'm in a basement room. It may be that our connection is not too good down here. As I say, we have taken the lady into custody. We are investigating an international ring, which we believe that she is part of. And so we're trying to build up a profile of who this lady may be. And your contact details were found on her phone, along with the contact details of many other people around the world. And she has given us a breakdown of who she claims everybody on that list is. And so we're working our way through her contacts, trying to build up a picture of this lady's current and former life, so that we can try to work out who she is and where she came from. So if you could perhaps tell me, how long have you known this lady?
Yeah, I've known this lady.
So you've known this lady for that would be 6 years, sir. May I ask you how you met her? Have you met her in person, or did you just know her as an online contact?
Well, Ray, I've not met her in person. I met her online here, and she's been a good friend, a wonderful friend to me while I was going to Italy. So she helped me with some amount of money that I used to empower my business. What about 365,000 euros? So she was thinking I'm not be able to pay back, but I keep promising when I come back, I'll pay her money. So she didn't believe me until she reported me to the beneficiaries investigators. So why they investigated me and my family. So I came back from Italy. Because of her, I returned from Italy. Then I made the process to pay her money. That was last year, early last year, I paid her money. So I don't really know if she has gotten her money. Even the processing where she will pay, trying to get her money back, I lent her $1,500, which she haven't paid me yet. So I was thinking she have gotten her money and she doesn't want to pay my money back. So at present, this Facebook I'm using here, the journalist you see in this Facebook was the friend she involved investigating me. So I just use this friend photo as my profile photo. So this is not my
So
real
you're
photo,
telling me
okay?
that this lady has a friend who is a journalist, and that you're using this journalist's photograph
Yeah, yeah,
yourself. May I ask you who this
yeah,
journalist
yeah.
is so that we can contact him?
Like what she told me, she said the journalist is the base in CNN and lives in is from Germany and is I believe is Andrew Gunter. Like what she told me, is a friend of hers, is a friend, and is
Okay,
Andrew
do you have
Gunter, the
contact details
journalist.
for this
Yeah.
gentleman?
Not really, but I got his friend as a friend of mine for the past while we were youth. His friend is my friend is head of department
And do you
in
have
the
contact
journalist
details for your
office.
friend,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah. I got my friend, which is Andrew Gunter, as
And
head of department in his
that's the
office.
person whose photograph
He's
you're
a friend of
using.
mine.
Okay. Would you be able to share those
Yeah.
contact details with us, sir? That would be very helpful.
I don't really know. I can't get myself involved. I don't really know what you're after. I don't know you. I don't really know what you're after. I don't know. I don't want to put anyone in problem. I'm scared. I'm scared. I just passed through casualist problem not quite long. So I can't do that anymore. I don't want to get involved for any other thing anymore. I'm not interested, please. I'm sorry for the information
That's
you
entirely
gave
your
to me. I
choice,
can't
sir.
do
We
that
understand,
anymore.
of course. Nobody is under any obligation to become involved in our investigation at this stage.
I'm
All
scared.
I can say, of course, is that should the lady be formally prosecuted, then witnesses will then become formally involved. However, it's entirely your choice whether you wish to help us in advance, and
So
we
tell me.
understand that.
It will take some processes. I don't know. It will take some processes. I don't know if
Okay.
it could be possible. I don't know. You use Hangouts. You use Hangouts.
Oh, of
Hangouts
course
app.
we do,
You
sir. We
use
use
Hangouts
all
app there.
kinds of apps, some more secure than others, but we are open to talking to people on all kinds of platforms.
Well, I can contact my friend, which is Andrew Gunter's head of department. If can send me Andrew Gunter's email so that I can send to you. So you have to send me your email so that we can and get from here. I
Of
can
course,
talk
I can
Facebook.
share my
Okay.
email, or the email that I am using for this investigation. Of course, I can share that, sir.
I just want you to be very honest minded. I'm scared. I don't talk to ladies
I
on here.
apologise for being
Okay.
female. That my professional side will prevent me from saying more than that, sir. I think you'll find that 50% of the world's population are female. May I ask where you're
Okay.
from, sir?
I
Because
understand. Okay.
I suspect that your accent is from Nigeria. Obviously, you're under no obligation to tell me, but it would be very helpful because we do believe that this lady may have contacts in places as diverse as Nigeria, Ghana, Peru, Australia, Italy, possibly.
You talking to me. I'm Germany.
Oh,
I'm right in Germany.
I beg your
Okay.
pardon, sir. As you can probably
I'm
hear,
right
my other
in
phone is
Germany.
ringing. I will have to answer that. Um, I will call you back. Thank you
Talk
very
later.
much.
Okay. Talk later.
Goodness, said our man after the call had ended, and he gave her his email address. Not the usual one that he's always given on Gmail, but a different one. That's my email, he said. I apologise for having to cut you off, sir, replied Layla. I will contact you on the email tomorrow. She gave him her own email address, and so, of course, they moved to Hangouts. over on Hangouts, or chat as I'm recording this from. He said, "Hi, I'm here now. You can see my real photo here." "OK, sir," said Layla. "I have you on chat now. I hope you understand, sir, that I'm in no position to intervene in your personal business with the lady we have taken into custody. My brief is to try to establish the lady's true identity. You say that you've known her for 6 years. Where did she claim she was living when you first met her?" "If you knew this lady very well there," he said, "why are you asking such questions?" "If I knew this lady very well," replied Layla, "I would not be trying to establish her identity, would I?" "I'm confused here," said our very easily confused scammer. "I think I've explained very clearly several times," replied Layla. "Please read my original messages." "Tell her to send you Andrew Gunter email, her journalist friend," he said. "Sir, you are the one who mentioned him," replied Layla. "The lady is, unsurprisingly, not cooperating, and we're trying to establish her identity, and also establish how much, if any, of what she is saying is correct. It is apparent that your own level of comprehension is woefully inadequate, and it seems to me that it is fruitless to continue talking with you." "Better," he replied. "I apologise for wasting your time and wish you all the best," said Layla. "You too," he said. "However," continued Layla, "if you would be kind enough to pass on my email to Mr. Gunter, maybe he can help me further. Thank you." "The lady can pass Andrew Gunter email to you," he said. "Thank you." "Yes," replied Layla. "We found it in her contacts. Thanks for your time. I will be contacting Mr. Gunter later today." And so Layla emailed Andrew Gunter. She headed her email, "Your friend, Mark Smith, John. Hello, Mr. Gunter," she said. "I apologise for contacting you out of the blue, but your friend, Mr. Mark Smith, John, has suggested I write to you. I am working on a joint UK-US security project, and we've taken into custody a lady who claims to be called. We found Mr. Mark Smith, John, among her contacts, and, for some reason I do not understand, he informs me that he uses a photograph of you on his Facebook account. He tells me that you're a senior journalist and may be known to the lady we have taken into custody. I'm contacting you at his suggestion. It is apparent to us that this lady is not who she claims to be. We're attempting to build up a picture of her activities by contacting people she has exchanged messages with over the past few years. Perhaps you could tell me how you know this lady, as Mr. John believes you are a friend of hers. Thank you, Layla Andrews." Our man, of course, was suspicious. "Who are you?" he asked. "Mark is not my friend. He's a scammer too. How may I help you? May I see the lady's photo?" "That's very interesting, sir," replied Layla. "Are you telling me that Mark Smith John is, in fact, a scammer? That would explain why he's stolen your photograph and is using it on Facebook, something he did admit doing. This is the lady we have taken into custody. Mr. John," she continued, "also informed us that she owes him $1,500. I assume that you will confirm that to be a lie. How are you known to this lady? Are you aware that she may not be who she claims to be?" Sadly, Layla never got an answer. And so that was the end of Marks with John, at least for this episode. I can't think of a plan for an episode 12. But you know, how many times have I said that's the last episode? And there's been another one. So watch this space. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it. Please share it with your friends. Please comment down below. Please subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time a video goes live. And I'll see you again in another video.